boy, this is awesome. They're gonna make it. Install us. The unreliable takes flight.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting here for me.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Get to the point.
What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
All right. Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
What's stopping me from leaving Halcyon altogether?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope.
All right, I'll have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Put it to good use, thanks. Actually, no. What is a holographic shroud?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another.
Oh.
It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Mention this thing has limitations?
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Can I just steal a uniform or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
Oh, like a good breath. People actually fall for this?
Ha 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 ha! The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you.
It's good use.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Navigation terminal. Oh, that thing. I'm gonna check my quarters. Look at that view. Look at that view. I can just store stuff in there, I'm assuming. Bed.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Do I really need that? Adelaide's deserters dreamt up an independent life without board oversight. Taught them an important lesson and never dreamed. What? Hawthorne's unread messages. I'll forget that I mentioned the previous message. Silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. About a dashing space pirate with the heart of, well, steel. Not exactly board approved. I don't go showing it around your spacer buddies. Hope it'll amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Alright. Note to self, remember this later. No better. ADA reminded me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, that means continually. No ADA. Not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point, I saw with my own two eyes a subliminally powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there at the taking. The gray hair were to look away and forget about it, maybe. Or if I had a smidgen, asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but it wouldn't let me test it. The claim after that. I lost my temper, said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I heard rumors of a fantastical weapon like this one, weapons that just push the boundaries of the mind and science. Science is cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories. To be honest, laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more rumors. Hammer power. The last time I got sloshed, was imbibing at the Last Hope, the groundbreaker. Look up Udom. Was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. Shamelessly, but subtly, eavesdropped on two Mardets yammering about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he had made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us have ever heard of that one, but here's the good part. The Mardat said that a mad scientist kept yelling about hammer's power, or something similar. Strange weapon with power to create by a crazy lab coat. Sure fits the bill. Would be another one of his weapons inspired Wells. Black market leads. Why? Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him for the depths of the labyrinth. Carterson back. Let the record show I did apologize for shutting him down 5 times, but the architect, be damned, is just sitting there, neglected, gathering dust. Should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said he wasn't ready yet. And that even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. Wife must be getting home. Dogs are going nuts. What does that even mean, I asked? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I used to wipe out the good, hardworking folks of the colony like some of the moralist psychos? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable association, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. Was not too respecting that. Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I have been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to those of science weapons. Ooh. Throughout Halcyon. Gossip holds true. My next step will be to check the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and Fallbrook. Yeah. Part finances science weapons. What do we got up here? These are the crews. What? No response from the automechanical unit. The serial number etched on the chassis includes 3 letters, Sam. Stern, older man, warm-eyed. Pick up the ammo. I don't know if I need a spade for anything. Book is heavily dog-eared and doodled on the margins. This is not a petunia. First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. Already. Stealing stuff from her room. Alright. These are going to be the rooms for all my companions? That'll be awesome. Alright. Let's go get the ship going, I guess. Groundbreaker I gotta go to. Right? Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as the special points of interest that you've discovered. You can fly your ship to any location you have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work. It's a groundbreaker, right? Where's Vicar? Yachty. Give him that. Give him more hit points. Mechanical in the supply closet upstairs. Unreliable. Sam. EDA may know more. Ada may know more. Alright, so I'm gonna have to talk to Ada about it. Fire science weapons. Groundbreaker, yeah.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Oh, ADA. Ada. Anything about the mechanical? Yeah, gathering dust.
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Learn more about the colony.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss? We're
Groundbreaker.
cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
You can take care of that for us, right?
I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
Great, thanks.
You are more than welcome, Captain.
Give me the spiel on the Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid. I'll be here.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so it said I can look at my logs. About Sam? Oh, here we go. Do not forget, we found discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical in the Emerald Vale's scrap heap during our last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Fun. Second result. Removal of factory standard part studs. Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat-modified replacement part acid steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now about solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to, but yeah, I do. Third result. Given up hope on the delivery, part is lost in transit, and it's not turning up anytime soon. The good news, I heard a fellow who knows, a gal who knows the broker, who's over. Oh, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna eat one of these. Wife made like candied pecans. I love them. I love them. All right. I heard it from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker, who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper. I can filch. The part sent to me an old storage facility in Roseway. Never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing. Anti-banded years ago, I picked up the following. This next pit stop, back to the Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details come back later. Drink. Alright, now we can leave, head to the Groundbreaker, right? That was the main quest? Locating the Groundbreaker, yes. If Phineas has a powerful weapon or a bow. Maybe I could talk to him about it. Yeah. Groundbreaker first. We talk to Phineas. Well, I'll try to see if he'll talk to me about the shrink ray. Go.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Nice. Look at that.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Looking for moods for some entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Tell me a joke.
My violence inhibitors are a joke. No, really. I only keep them enabled because of how funny they are.
A favorite song?
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
That's not my favorite song.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
Jeez. That's
As
enough.
you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Got a minute to talk?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
I guess so.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
And what might that be?
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
About your last captain, do you miss him? Or is one captain the same as the other?
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
There been other captains of the ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Alright.
Can we talk?
Yeah.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
Yeah, what about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Yeah, why not?
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Did you learn your trade from your father? He sounds like it when you talk to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I'll see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
We're actually good at this and enjoy it.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
After school, you moved straight back to Edgewater?
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower. And stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
You get much time with him?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work, so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects, or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Quick time's over. We'll bring her. It's I don't know if the Max has a quest or not, but I accepted one with her.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little Back Bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Notice you're in the middle of an argument.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
You resolve your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me, Captain of the Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Never caught your name. I'm Michael.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
You're right.
See you around, boss.
Over there. Don't look at me. Keep going.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please.
Then Hawthorne's ID.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
What? How do I get that result?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Great. I'll go talk to him and straighten it out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Look for someone named Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Kind of job around here.
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
I didn't think there were many independent operators in this system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
How does Halcyon Holdings work, anyway?
Are you pulling my leg?
New around here.
You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this.